First time. Chick's here. Chick's in a Jimmy hat.
Chick's here.
Today we have brought Jimmy on to discuss maintenance stuff with the trucks. He's going to elaborate more on some things he wants to talk to you about. But I'm going to ask him a couple of questions that I get from new drivers or just people I have calls with, things that they are curious about before they come on board with Hyfield. So see if I can address some of those questions for you guys. Oh my gosh.
Waiting.
Jimmy, what kind of equipment will I be in?
The trucks we have are all Freightliner or Western Star, Freightliner Cascadia, Freightliner M2s, some Western Stars, one Volvo, but we're not getting any more Volvos. I don't anticipate that. And they're all, pretty much late model, 2018 and newer. And as you know, we have fewer and fewer 2018s as the newer trucks come in. We just kind of cycle them in. Usually, 4 or 5 years old, we're getting new trucks.
Okay. If my truck has some sort of maintenance issue, who's going to pay for those repairs?
Hyfield pays for them.
And let's elaborate on that a little bit. So we actually have a full-time maintenance supervisor. He also has a full-time assistant maintenance manager. And so anytime anything happens with your truck, whether it's just repairs and maintenance that need to be done, scheduled maintenance on the truck, or if you have a breakdown issue, you're immediately going to reach out to either Jimmy or Dawn, and they're going to guide you step by step through the process. So you're never alone in anything that might happen mechanical wise on your truck.
Correct. Yes, and Hyfield pays for all the repairs, maintenance, scheduled maintenance, unscheduled repairs. The only time a driver would be responsible is if it's a driver error situation that they do damage to a truck or do something, on their own that causes damage or a repair to be made. But that doesn't happen very often, and we usually work with the drivers pretty well on that.
And even then, if it's an extensive damage or a damage that costs a lot of money, then it's simply a insurance deductible that the driver would be responsible for in that situation.
Yeah.
We still are going to get everything repaired regardless through insurance if it's,
Correct.
A lot of damage or anything. I mean, it does happen. People get in accidents through their own fault or not their own fault. They back into things. Things hit the top of the trailer. I mean, again, it's trucks, it's trucking, everybody makes mistakes.
If my truck is going to be in the shop overnight and I need to get a hotel, who do I contact about that and who pays for it?
Contact Hyfield Maintenance Department, myself or Don. We will book a hotel for you. If it's going to be more than several days and you don't live too far away, instead of booking a hotel, we'll get you a rental car so you can go home and come back and get the truck when it's done.
What if it's going to be a significant amount of time? You're not going to leave me in a hotel for like 2 or 3 weeks.
No.
Right?
We will. We based on availability, we will try to swap you into a different truck, either on a temporary or a permanent basis. So either you'll get a new truck to run until your truck is done, or you're just going to swap altogether into a different truck. But that would be Kelly's department, and again, based on availability and having a truck available to get into.
I do have to remember that.
Yeah.
We're not Swift. I don't have a parking lot full of trucks sitting around, so it definitely does depend on what's going on in with availability for trucks.
And our job is to keep drivers on the road.
Again, these are rare instances when stuff like this happens, but they're legitimate questions, and it does happen and has happened over the years. So,
and Jimmy and Don do a great job of keeping everybody in the loop with everything and keeping you guys rolling and get your trucks repaired as quickly as possible.
That's our job, keep you guys on the road and making money. When you're making money, Hyfield's making money.
That's what we're all here to do.
And that's the number one goal of the maintenance department, is to keep you up and running and all that.
And we've created, the maintenance department has also created partnerships with different shops throughout the country and in areas and repair places that we've become familiar with. Some are localized in the Columbus area, and the drivers will need to get there to get the fastest, most effective repairs that we know with shops that we work with on a daily basis. But we do have relationships all over the country, and therefore we can get you in wherever you're at, or he will make calls for you and find a place that can repair the truck as well. A lot of the legwork and stuff is done by the maintenance department, which is an added benefit to Hyfield Trucking, because we do have 2 full-time people who are there to make your life easier if there are problems. Mechanical issues are a bummer regardless. Nobody wants them to happen, but the bottom line is, it is trucking. It does happen. And when you come out here, you must be prepared that you are going to have a breakdown at some point in time in your trucking career. I assure you. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Multiple.
Got a closet full of t-shirts. You can't predict those kinds of things, and neither can we as truck owners. But we will be there to help guide you and make it as painless and relatively quickly fixed as possible.
One of the things we do have is we have an online maintenance app for your phone. Trucking maintenance management app. So drivers report to us once a month the condition of their truck. It's just basically a yes or no, fill in the blank type questions about the status of your truck. It takes about 20 minutes to complete. They walk around their truck, fill in all the information, send it into Hyfield. Any defects that they note, we try to address at the convenience of the drivers before it becomes a larger problem that causes a breakdown or a shop repair issue where they're down for more than a short time to fix the problem. So that's been real beneficial too. Having the drivers
systems
report
in place to stay on top of it.
Exactly. We try to handle small problems as they arise, as the driver reports it to us, as opposed to letting things go, and then okay, we have several larger issues that are going to take a lot longer to repair.
Yeah.
So
that relationship between the drivers and Hyfield, not only across the maintenance department, but across fleet support and across recruiting and across, every aspect that you can be out there. We try to have a direct line of contact with our drivers to someone that works for Hyfield, so that we are always there to help you regardless of what the situation is.
Anything else you got?
any more questions? You're supposed to be interviewing me.
No, I'm done.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for having me today, ladies.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. And
So he's our maintenance guru. If you come on board, you're definitely going to deal with
Have any
Jimmy
specific
Mac.
maintenance questions, drop them in the comments and we'll make sure he answers them accordingly.
He's pretty easy to get on video with us every now and again.
Yeah. All right.
chicks out.
Chicks out.